Hello everybody, this is Etho and welcome back guys to another episode of HermitCraft. How you doing today? I am once again all alone. We don't have our buddy Dotjam with us today because our schedules didn't line up, but I'll do my best to try to keep you entertained. So I've been working on this tunnel, guys. Trying to clean it up some more. I've been removing more blocks, trying to make it easier. Oh, come on, come on, come on. And it's gotten quite a bit easier now. Still very difficult though. Ideally, I would like it so that, you know, somebody that hasn't done over 200 laps on here, I would like it that they would be able to do this course without much difficulty. Like right here, I'm probably going to mess up. Oh no, I got myself again. Good, good. But as it is, it's really difficult. I have gotten like 3 laps in a row now. Without hitting the ground, but I gotta really focus as I'm doing this. Oh, I hit the wall, darn it. Let me just show you kind of the changes I made to make this a lot easier. Didn't really do a whole lot around this area. I did make it a bit larger. Like, the more blocks you remove, the easier it is to fly through this tunnel because you got more space. The more space you have, the less likely you're gonna actually run into something. One thing I've been trying to do though is flatten out the ceilings in places where you're flying up. Like you got to go up this hill here, right? So I flattened out this whole ceiling up here so you don't get caught on anything. And I almost should maybe move this back even a bit more because it's pretty easy to get stuck like on those blocks there. But if you do get stuck, you slowly fall down. And now we have a downhill section here so you can regain your speed. Widen this all out quite a bit. This was the most difficult part of the whole course right here. So what I've been doing is I made it go downhill around this corner because you lose speed when you take a corner, and if you lose speed it's hard to shoot yourself again. So the corner is a lot easier to take now because you can go down without having to shoot yourself. And then I kind of compressed this whole hill. We used to have a really gradual hill going up here. Now it's all kind of squished together into a steep hill, and I find that makes it a lot easier because you can go around the turn without much trouble, and then you're going straight. You can just focus on, you just got to hit yourself once. Hit yourself once with the arrow and you can go up this hill no problem. Kind of got to shoot yourself twice to make it all the way though. But yeah, once you got your speed going, it's pretty easy. And I think we're about done with shaping this tunnel. I hope. I'm going to talk to Doc about it, see if he wants to make any changes. Okay, well anyways guys, I got a few building plans in mind for today, so let's get going here. Something we want for our racetrack, our elytra racetrack here, is a starting mechanism. So Doc and I, we dug this hole. We were planning on just like dropping the players at the beginning here. So let's try to do that. I don't think we need anything crazy complicated. That's the problem Doc and I have been having. We've been too elaborate on some things and it takes a lot of time. So we should keep things a bit more simple, I think. But I think just do a 2x2 hole here. 4 pistons, retract the blocks, and then you fall down. I'm going to build the floor out of stained glass as well so you can see that, hey, look, down below, you're going to be dropped. And you can see how far you're going to fall before you actually get dropped that way. Let's just do it like this. Do the other pistons on this side, right? And maybe we'll put orange glass in the middle. I want to try to use up some orange clay on this starting mechanism because we have so much of it. It's like the one block we don't really have space for anymore because we keep getting it from the mesa biome here. Okay, so we'll stand here at the start of the race. These blocks will retract and then we'll fall down. Yes, perfect. Okay, and then let's expand on this a little bit. Do it like that. And kind of want to cover over those pistons with stained clay. Maybe let's go grab the orange clay. You know what? Now that I got the orange clay down here, I gotta say, I don't really like it. Like, I like this color of orange that the stained glass has. It's a bit brighter. This this orange clay is a bit more washed out looking, and it just doesn't stand out enough, you know? Like, I like the blue clay, I like the red, I like the green, I like the yellow, but I find orange is always the one I go to last. Maybe let's just try the purple. Purple and blue. Kind of like we did at the Connect 4 there. I think that's what we're going to change this to. But anyways, I just set up a little bit of a redstone thing here, a monostable circuit connected to those pistons. I had to move the pistons in one block closer. I had them too far apart. So now, when you press that, the blocks retract. When you press it again, they extend. And so we'll probably have a button to start the race. There'll be a slight countdown, at least audibly. I don't know about visually, like I don't know if we'll set up lights for it, but we'll do that at the least, right? So press a button, that'll play. Once it gets to the final note, then we open up here. And let's just try it out to make sure we can fly. Uh-oh. maybe I was a little bit delayed. Let's try it again. I don't know. Would this make it more difficult to start? Okay, I was just a little late pressing the spacebar. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I got the starting mechanism all complete now. It's all wired and everything. I took a step back just to look at it, and it's kind of like a so-so thing right now. How can we make it look better? Question. I'm not sure. I'm not good with, like, making things look better. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to apply them. But yeah, this is basically how it's going to work. You stand here, as we saw. I put 2 buttons just for symmetry. You can press either one. And there we go. So everybody would stand there that's taking part in the race. And you could fit as many people there as you want, I believe. And they wouldn't really get in each other's way, I don't think. But it's hard to say for sure. Oh, I was supposed to put the wood in here too. Okay. Yeah, I made a path here to get back up because that was kind of a problem that was happening. And now that I've closed this off, you can't just ender pearl your way back up. And a lot of times when people were forgetting their ender pearls, like when I logged on today, there was dirt pillars stacking up to get out. So I figured, I better put a staircase in here too. Maybe put a fence over here. And this works nice as like a viewing platform if someone's just watching the race. You can see the guys fly by at a nice height here. And come up from there, goes up, does this spiral almost back up to here. Here's the other cool thing though. When you start the race, so it opens and then it closes after a little bit of time too. So it's ready to go for the next race. Super simple. Not much to it. Okay, so I changed the purple to the lime green clay here. I think that looks a lot better than the purple. So I'm going to leave it like that for the end of today anyway. And then I also added one of these wool covering things that we have at a lot of our games. I think that adds a nice touch, gives it that theme park feeling. And yeah, so I think this will be good for today anyway on this. Okay guys, so next up here, we're going to be doing something kind of crazy. I'm just looking for the spot to do it. Maybe over here? I'm worried that's not big enough though. This is going to be a big project. Mark this moment because this is going to be a several episodes project probably. Most of the games we've made so far in our theme park have been for 1 to 4 players. This one's going to be intended more for like the whole server to play, like all the peeps. At the very minimum, probably a 3 versus 3, but like a 5 versus 5 would be better with this game, I think. Over here is pretty good too. We got a lot of space over here, and it's nice and flat. Yeah, I might build it over here actually. This looks pretty good to me. So now that we got our spot kind of figured out here, I decided to mark out the area I think the game will take up with these pillars. I figure when it's all said and done, it's going to be about an 80 by 80 game. So that's a pretty big area. So this pillar is at 1290 Z. So if we go 80 blocks this way, we'll come to the next pillar, and same, there's one there and another one way off over there. 1290 to 1370, right? Yeah, 1370, 80 blocks to that one. I'm just looking for any like major obstacles that we're gonna have to deal with, and possibly this hill here will be a problem, but not too big of a problem. It might not end up reaching out this far. If it goes this far, we're gonna have to cut off a little bit of this hill to make space. If we go a little bit more that way, though, then we have the river to deal with. So, yeah, this is probably as good as it's gonna get, as big and flat of an area as we can find nearby our park here. Anyway, so now what we got to do, now that we got our spot kind of figured out, chop down all the trees and start flattening things out. Yeah, so maybe I'll get you guys introduced to the idea for this game as we prepare the area here. It is going to be a big project, but I think it's going to be fairly interesting throughout. I don't think there's going to be too much grind involved with it, so that's good. It's kind of on the scope of the arena I was building with B-dubs on the HermitCraft server, and as many of you know, that never got finished. So you might be a little worried. I'm legendary for not finishing projects, I know. But good news is, with this thing, I've already got it about 60% done. I've been working on it just here and there over the last few weeks in a creative world. So I know how most of it's going to look already. I figured let's go ahead and start building it. And that 60% only took me about 6 to 8 hours, I would say. So it's not going to be too crazy complicated. I know how to do all the redstone pretty much, and I know how most of it's going to look. So it's pretty much just a matter of building it now. The concept, the actual game, is going to be like a PvP game with a pretty significant twist. I'm codenaming it Fat Princess. So some of you may have played Fat Princess before. It was a PSP game, PlayStation Portable, right? Basically, two castles. There's two castles in this game. Each has its own princess. Your goal is to kidnap the opponent's princess and get her to your castle while preventing the enemy team from taking your princess. And you do that by feeding her cake and keeping her fat so that she's hard to move. Alright, so we're going to have a game mechanic similar to that in this game. In Fat Princess, there's also sort of like a currency system. So you gain resources. Then with those resources, you can improve your team standing. Like, I think like the health and the armor of your team. Almost like a League of Legends sort of thing. Where you upgrade and then eventually you overtake the enemy side. So I'm hoping I can mix all those game mechanics into this. There's going to be a currency system using cobblestone generators. So you mine cobblestone. Not like a ton of cobblestone, but like, you know, just a little bit will buy you a piece of armor, like iron armor, or you'll buy food with it, or potions, tools, that kind of thing, bow and arrows, and eventually you're going to get stronger by doing that, and then you can overtake the enemy castle, get inside, kidnap their princess, move her to your side, that sort of thing. And you'd also use the cobble to keep your princess fat on your side so that the enemy can't move yours. Sound good? Let me do more work on it. Woohoo! Alright, so check it out, guys. We got this area all flattened out and ugly like we want it. It only took about half an hour to an hour to do, so it wasn't bad at all. Picked a good spot for this game, and it looks like we're going to have the space if we need to make it bigger, which it's going to come out a little bit past here. But this area past it is not figured out yet. But everything within this gray area is figured out, and it also expands out a little bit more this way, which we'll get to. If not today, some other time. So these are not handcuffs. No, no, no. They are our castle walls. So this is going to be one side over here, and then be a little bit of space, and then over here. The trick to getting this project done in a decent amount of time is a little bit of repetition. So these castle walls are going to take quite a bit of similarity with each other. I have mirrored the whole thing as well, so that saves a lot of time with designing when you mirror something, because you copy it then afterwards, and it basically takes half the time designing it, which is great. And we're going to be building mostly out of stone bricks for the castle. We're going to use grass for a lot of the floor, and then wood for some other stuff. So pretty cheap resources as well. We have all that stuff. I'm not going to have to waste time collecting it when I want to build. So yeah, this should get done fairly quickly, I think. I hope. I don't want another arena. I don't want the server to reset. It's happened too many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. I think we want to go up to 8. Although I think the ones on the ends were one higher than the ones in the middle. So let's go up to 9. Okay, so we're 9 blocks up now. This is the top of the tower, and I'm going to do just this to give it that castle look. Just half slabs every second block here, alternating. Like so. And then let's add... I think over here is a good place, right? Add a little bit of a floor to this. And then in the middle, we're going to put a post out of dark wood. I think we want it to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. All right. How do I place it under there? It's impossible. It's not happening. And then on top of this, we're going to add a flag. So for the blue side, it's going to be a blue flag. For the red side, a red flag. And how does this look from the ground? I think I did it right. Yeah. Doesn't look the best, but we got to add more decoration to it too. Awesome. So I got the towers pretty much all done here. It took a lot of stone. I'm glad we're building with stone because I am just going through this stuff like crazy. Now we're going to add the flags on top of the towers. I guess this will be the red side. Oh, and I think I raised or lowered the wood there because I didn't like how it was lining up. All right, so what we're going to do is like an L in the back here. We'll bring it forward and do a 2x2. And then just a little tail on the flag here. And maybe 2 blocks long, like so. And then it's going to get dark up here, right, at nighttime. So maybe we should add some kind of lighting. So let's take this out. Just for now, I'm going to put some sea lanterns here. We might want to move that later if it seems like it's going to be in the way. But I'll just put a trapdoor over that to kind of hide it. So now if we go down, how does that look? Cool. So we got the flags on. Towers are pretty much done. The rooks here. So we can start connecting them together. And something I did with the flags, I made sure they're both pointing the same way. The wind's traveling the same way. I did put the flag in the front on both of them, though, just because I think it looks better instead of like the blue in the back. But yeah. Anyways, so first thing we're going to connect is these 2 towers. This is going to be the main gate in the middle. So all we got to do is like a staircase thing here. My famous arches, you know me. Do it like this. And then one up here. All right. I like building castles. I don't do it too often, but like I made a sand castle once. That was awesome. And have I made any others? Oh yeah, I made the... Oh, what did I even call that? On the Feed the Beast server. The one we blew up with the penguins and all that stuff. I made a castle there. That was pretty cool. I don't know. I just find them really fun. Because usually it's just a repeating pattern. I do. So I find it easy to build them. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to add like a gate thing here, spanning across the top. And I guess I should probably fill that in too, right? Yeah, I'll put some blocks here too. Good. How's that look? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. So now, maybe we'll also add some more of the fencing on the top here. And we'll try add a platform that you can look down from over here. Okay. Let's see. That's good. Maybe we'll go over. Let's do over here too. This is a very important part of the map. This is where the princesses are going to exchange between the castles. There's going to be like one-way doors. I don't know exactly how I'm doing them yet, but one princess will go through this little one-wide gap, and the other princess will go through this one. And there's going to be rails that connect from one castle to the other. So the princess is basically going to be a minecart that you have to push over. Depending on how many power rails are lit or powered, affects how long it will take to move the princess. So by fattening up the princess, we're basically just turning on and off power rails is the idea. All right, maybe something like this. And where should we connect to the tower? I think I had it 2 blocks down, maybe. I think I did over here. Do I have any more slabs? Oh, I used all my slabs, darn it. Okay, good. So above here, I also want to add some lights. These lights are going to show... Oh, let's go get our lights. We want to use actual lamps that we can turn on and off. I think I brought some with me here. Or not. Did I put them in here? Ah, they're in here. Good. I got worried for a second. Yeah, these are going to show if the princess is at the castle or not, or if she's on the track somewhere. So whether or not these are... If these are on, then she's going to be in the castle, probably. Okay, so just do like this. And also they help to break up the wall, make it look better, I think. And probably just some stairs over here, and here, here. Build this up the rest of the way. Good, so I think that's pretty much done. Okay, so I think the plan here, the best plan, is probably to do something like this. I dug out a bit of a trench, and we're going to fill it in with oak wood, like so. And then we're going to put the rails on top of the middle one here. So the biggest flaw I can think of with this game, as of right now, more might come up after we do some playtesting. Kind of the problem, I can't really think of the problems with this until we actually play it, and there's a good chance there will be problems just because it's a complicated game. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, the biggest problem I can think of currently is this whole princess exchange system we're doing here. Because minecarts can be shot, and there's going to be a lot of shooting going on, I'm worried somebody's going to shoot the princess and kill her. If that happens, I guess people will just have to place the minecart back down. There's not really any way around it. I am going to lower it by 1 block here, though, in hopes that it'll help prevent that from happening, because people are going to be shooting from here, most likely. And if minecart's lowered by 1 block, it's going to be a lot harder to shoot it. But it still will be possible. I think I just broke it. Yeah. So, we'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't happen too often. But you can see, as I try to push the minecart here, pretty slow. Could you imagine doing this while being shot at in the panic of the game? So some of these power rails we're going to light up. Or most of them are going to be lit up, I think. Unless the princess has been fed. If she's been fed, then it'll be harder to push the minecart over. But exactly how many are going to be lit up and all that, I haven't figured out yet. But anyways, guys, I do have to get going here. I've been at this for quite a while. It's a big project. Have I mentioned that yet? But we got a lot done on it today already. I'm happy. Got a lot left to do, though. Once we get Doc involved, though, this will go a lot faster for sure. And we built the starting mechanism for that elytra race, so I'm happy about that too. But until next episode, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're excited about this project. And I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.